Go ahead.
So here we can create ABS if you want, but then I'm going forward. I'm not doing anything. And I'm giving the name as trial instance, and configure, create new. I will SSH is direct Linux to Linux communication, and I'm going to do HTTP and HTTPS.
So can't I use existing security group?
We can use, but then you only have one default, and this is the one I created, but I deleted that.
Where did you delete it? It's showing up here.
But I terminated my session actually.
You terminated your session. That doesn't mean that your security group will get terminated.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that is where you have two options. You can always go ahead and use this option for the rest of the life. As long as your security group is there, it will be connecting. Yesterday, if you remember, oh, sorry, you were not there, right? If you have heard my session, you must have remembered that what is a security group, right? A security group, one single security group can be connected with multiple EC2 instances, and single instance can also be part of multiple security groups. So you can use the existing one. So go ahead and select the existing one.
Okay.
Let me see what all of things you have selected. Yeah, it's perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Review and launch. Launch. Now
Just
here what you will do.
So I already downloaded the key pair, and I also converted that to PPK format.
Okay. So do you think you can use this one for the upcoming instance?
No, I don't think, because our IP is not valid anymore, because there is public IP.
How does it matter with that?
Right? Sorry?
Your key pair has got nothing to do with your IP address.
Oh, then yeah,
it's
then
a
I
private.
can use it.
If you've heard my session properly, it is a private key that you are converting it, because you are going to trying to launch to your instance. That's where you require the private to public communication. Okay. So if you've created already as my KP, you can always use that for rest of your life, rest of your instances, as long as the key pair is available in your system.
Yeah, it is available. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Vinay, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay.
Here. And this is pending. If I refresh, this will start the initialization.
Correct.
Started.
Okay, that's good that you have understood and done up to this thing. Keep refreshing. Keep refreshing.
Okay.
Select that instance. Yeah. Refresh.
Yeah, initializing. And if I select, we'll get the options for details, status,
that
and
is
stuff.
correct.
I actually did not understand this. What is the difference between public IP and this one and this one? This
correct.
two.
So public IP, every instance that you launch, right, it will come with two IP address. One is for private IP address, other one is for public IP address. Private IP address will appear on the screen once you log into the virtual machine with your public address. Okay.
Yes.
That means it is an identity that you are in the right instance using the public address. You have logged into the instance with this is the IP. This is just for identification. Always you can go ahead and set it to the host name. This will represent your host name. Okay. If you look at public IPv4 DNS, it is talking about 382.207.37.compute.1.amazon.aws.com. That represents the entire FQDN. So your private IP address can easily be like changed to a set of FQDN name, which we will see that shortly in different activities. Okay, today I will show you some more things. Let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
First, you see whether your 2x2 checks are completed or not.
I think it takes some more time.
No problem. Meanwhile, you just try to open your putty and try to log in. Copy your IP address, public IP address. You will get more clarity between public and private IP address when we'll talk about your virtual private cloud.
Should I open putty or putty-gen?
You ask this question to yourself. What should you open?
Actually, putty-gen is just a generator or something like.
It is the converter.
Or
It is
do
the
you have any
converter
other function with that?
from
It is
PEM
just a
file
converter.
to PPK file, which you had already done it yesterday, right? So that
Okay.
doesn't mean that does mean that you don't require it any more conversation, right? You have
Okay.
already done the conversion, correct?
Yeah.
So all you need to do is directly go to the putty and log into the server.
Okay.
So you can
So
delete
here-
under the default settings, whatever is there, right? You can just select that and delete it first.
Okay.
Select that and delete. Now you can try logging in with the new IP. No, that will there.
Okay. EC2 hyphen
This
user.
Oh yeah.
Three.
Still have
Yeah.
same thing. The same thing down. No. Copy
Oh,
that
yeah.
and put in the save session.
Got you. Yeah.
Copy
No,
that
the whole
entire
thing.
line. Copy
I
that
remember.
entire.
Yeah. And save.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Should we again do the
Load.
give the authorization?
Load. I guess. Load SSH. I guess. Go to the sessions at the top.
Then who will browse the private key then? If you go to session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. That I'm saying like load. Okay. Load SSH
I
authorized
guess we
browse.
should browse it and
Yes.
then we have to go to
Yes, that is correct,
Okay.
Vishnu.
So this is loaded.
Now you can go to
session. Then
Save it.
save and load.
Save, load, and
Load
open. And
and
open.
open.
Check your status. Say yes. Check your status, instance status.
So it is 86. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the server. Like Vinay, a couple of commands which you might have not done it. Let's do that today also. Okay.
Okay.
Let's log into the console. I mean the terminal. So here, first of all, we have some packages. Let's run that as a yum update. Let's run that first. YUM.
Is it?
You can make it bigger. Yeah. YUM. Yum. It is written there, right? Sudo yum update. First change it to root. So sudo space -i. Type sudo space -i.
Okay.
Change to root user first. Correct.
Good.
Yeah.
No.
Type the command.
Put in sudo space
Help him.
-i.
No.
Sudo space
not here. Hyphen I. Just enter.
Enter.
Yeah, enter.
Okay.
Hit enter. Yeah. So now you're into EC2 the root user. You see that like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it's
So
good.
now
Yeah.
we will check. We will check couple of things. When you log into any server, first of all, we will check to which server we have logged in. Okay. Then we will check who has logged in, when this server has started, last reboot time, all these things we will check. So how do we check that?
Okay.
The command to understand to which server you logged in, the command used is host name. Type HOST-NAME, one word, host name, no space.
Okay.
Enter.
One word.
Enter. You see IP -172.3186-0.ec2.internal. Right?
Yeah.
So this is none other than your private IP address, and the whole line is called as FQDN name. What is that?
What was that?
FQDN name, fully qualified domain name. Okay, make a note of all these things. Fully qualified domain name. Okay. So what we are going to do, is it possible for you to remember this entire stuff? No, right?
No.
Little difficult. Isn't it? Now, for that reason, you can also set your host name, very commonly used in your work production environments. So if you wish to set your host name, how should you do that? How the command should be? Type host name CTL, one word, host name CTL space No.
Oh, sorry.
Unless and until I say enter, you should not.
Okay.
Clear. First type
Host
clear.
names.
Type clear first.
Okay. Enter.
Enter.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
type hostname CTL space
Wait.
set hyphen hostname hyphen hostname.
Yeah.
Okay. Space say vinayvishnu.com. .com. Enter. Okay.
Just
Now,
a question. So
now
the name,
hold on. I am not done yet.
Sure.
Don't ask your
Okay.
question in the middle of the scenarios. Okay. Let it complete, then you ask. Then type here host name again. Host name. Type host name. Command.
Yeah.
Enter. What do you see now?
Yeah. vinayvishnu.com.
Right.
Okay.
On top of which you are still seeing root@IP 172.168.60. I don't want to see
Yes.
all these things over there. Right. So what you
Okay.
can do is you can just say log off or just simply close the session or exit. Type exit.
Enter.
Yes. Again type
Yeah.
exit. Again type exit. Now go to
Okay.
putty. Now go to putty and double click and reopen the console again. Double click on the saved session. Default settings under that. Select that IP EC2-IP. Double
Okay.
click on that. Just double click on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you tell me what you are seeing.
Yeah. vinayvishnu.
Correct. So this is your host name. Yes, Vinay, tell me what was your question?
yeah. So my question was like, usually any name should be, it should end with .com. Like
Anything you can
Yeah.
type, doesn't matter. Okay. This is
it
the
doesn't
very
matter with the
first.
.com.
This is the very first question that comes in your Red Hat Certified Systems Administrator exams. In the very first question, this is the number one question in your Red Hat Enterprise examination as well. Okay. How to
Okay.
set your host name?
How to set
Okay.
your host name. Okay.
So the command used to set a host name is hostname CTL space set hyphen host name, then space whatever name you want to set it. It can be only Vinay Vishnu, it can be abc.com, it can be abc@example.com, whatever you want, you can do it. No problem.
No, our question is, should it end with .com?
Doesn't
mandatory?
no, not necessarily. It should be a FQDN. Previously, what you were seeing it, I will explain what is FQDN. Okay. So I'm just driving you through today. Tomorrow again, I will walk you through on the entire stuff of your file system hierarchy. We will cover end to end tomorrow, and then day after tomorrow we'll go to VM editor. Okay.
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 Tomorrow all your queries will be clarified more after today's session. Okay. And Vishnu, what you can do is by the time you will come back tomorrow, right? Try to complete the recording of the other session. I'm trying to cover it today, but you also try to go through that recording.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure. I'll do that. Yeah.
So now first you change to root. Before you go to root, you type host name, right? Type host name. Type host name. Enter. When I'm not saying anything, you assume that it is enter. It is a command you are typing. Okay.
Yeah.
When I'm saying after space or something, then you proceed with that.
Okay.
If I'm not saying anything, means it should be enter. Okay.
Okay.
So you can see that it is vinayvishnu.com, right? Now the next command you will see who has logged into this server, right? Who is logged into this server, right? So the command used is who am I? Who am I? The user is EC2-user, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now let's switch to root.
Sudo hyphen
space hyphen I.
Okay.
Okay. Now type who am I again.
Root.
Okay.
Yeah.
This time it is root. So who is logged in? You are seeing that. There is also, you can also identify with another command called ID. Just type ID and press enter. Okay. This gives you the entire stuff of UID, GID. What is UID, GID? We will talk when we'll talk about users groups administration in Linux. Okay. So this way you understood what is the name of the server, who is logged into the server. The next we will identify when the server has been last rebooted, right?
Okay.
Or which operating system this server belongs to. Either it is a AIX server, it is a Linux server, or it is Sun Solaris server. How will you know that, right? The command used to identify the OS of this server is uname. Uname. Enter. What it is showing? It is a Linux operating system. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, we will see when this server has been rebooted last. Okay. So for the to understand the last reboot time of the server, the command used is, what do you think? What should be the command?
Last reboot.
No.
Last update.
Uptime.
Sorry.
Uptime. UPTIME.
Uptime.
Enter. So it is up since 13 minutes.
13 minutes. What
okay.
is it?
Up 13 minutes. So that is where, since you have created this machine from that time till this time, it is up since 13 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, in general, when you go and check your servers, do you think you will type one by one, host name, uname, uptime, ID, all these things? You cannot type one after the other, right? When it is a production environment, a lot of pressure will be there on your head, right? So in order to know that, you can type it in one line also. So how will you do that? Type host name, comma uname, comma ID, uname. You have misspelled it.
Sorry.
NAME.
ID, comma uptime, enter.
Did I mess it up? No. Host name.
Again, type host name,
Comma.
Comma, space.
Oh, I didn't give space. Okay.
Uname, space, comma, space, ID,
comma, uptime.
Sorry, don't put comma, give it by semicolon.
For everything?
Everything with semicolon.
Okay.
Semicolon.
Yeah.
Not colon.
2 dots.
Remove everything. Type from the beginning. I know you are not comfortable with Linux, but you will get to. Spelling mistake. Spelling mistake.
ME.
Semicolon.
Semicolon.
Uname.
Space.
No space. Not required. Not required. Space not required. Just type it like that. Uname.
Semicolon. ID.
ID, comma, uptime.
Semicolon, uptime.
Enter. You see that? Everything is there. vinayvishnu.com, Linux, UID, and also 15 minutes since it is up and running. So this is something like that you will be using on your daily basis work on an administration point of view. Okay. So clear your screen. So I think we have missed one more thing, that is your grep command. Okay.
What is it?
Grep command. Now, why grep command is used? Not grep. It is not that grep. It is grep. Okay. It is not grep.
Sorry.
It is grep command, which is being used for searching purpose. Okay. If you are looking for any particular thing, any particular string, then you use that one. So you will not, I will show you tomorrow again this one, because it is more into the installation part. So let's keep it as it is. Now let us create a file here. Okay. So to create a file, what is the command, Vinay?
No.
What is the
Yes.
command to create
CD?
an empty file?
No, CD is for direct.
Vinay, one more time I'm telling you, if you are not studying, no point of taking this training. Okay, I'm sure now the first day you are something different, second day you are different, now you are missing out.
No. I just didn't go with yesterday's half-an-hour class, you know.
It's not
Yeah,
yesterday's, it is on Thursdays.
I mean, the
this guy
last,
was
the
not
last
there.
half-an-hour class. Yeah, the last half-an-hour class, I didn't go through it again.
It
So
is
yeah,
not last half an hour
maybe
class. It is not
I mean
last
the
half
last
an hour
session,
class.
sir.
It
Last
is
session.
Thursday's session. I'll tell you again,
Last
guys,
session.
one more thing. If you are losing out of sessions, so for example, down the line 10 days, if I'll switch to AWS and you will forget your Linux part, it is not going to help you. I'm telling you repeatedly. So it needs a rigorous practice. Are you with me?
Yes.
It needs a lot of practice. Okay, only then you see, working in a GUI mode and working in a command line mode is completely different. Please understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the answer. Sorry. Yeah, it's not MKD. It's a touch.
Touch command is used to create an empty file.
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and type touch.
It's TYUCH?
Yes.
Yep.
Space file1. Or anything that you would like to create, you can just create that.
Okay, I'll go with file1.
Enter.
Enter.
Yes. Now I'm not going in detail, Vishnu, because everything is there in the previously recorded sessions. You can just go through that. So I'm just trying to tell you something. Now let's see if you are opening like something on, say, like cat file1.
Okay.
Cat command is used for reading purpose and also writing content into a file. Cat space file1.
Is it? Can you spell Kate? What is it?
CAT. That's it.
CAT cat.
Okay.
Space file1. So this is an empty file. Enter. This is an empty file, so you don't have any data inside it, right?
Okay.
Now if you type cat space greater than symbol space file1, enter. Type welcome to Masons. Type welcome to Masons. Enter. Press Control and D simultaneously. Control D. Okay, to save the content. Okay. Now type cat file1.
Should I give space?
No, why would you give space? Did you give space earlier?
Yeah, I gave space earlier.
Where did you give space?
Cat file1.
Yes, that's the way. Yes. Enter.
Yeah.
Right. Now you can see the content.
Yes.
Right. Earlier you were not seeing the content because the file was empty.
Yeah, because that is empty.
Okay. Likewise, you can also use double greater than symbol. Cat double greater than symbol. Space double greater than symbol. Again, say space file1.
Okay.
Enter. If you want to append more lines after welcome to Masons. So this is AWS session. And save it again.
Control D.
Enter. Control D.
Okay.
Okay. Now do a cat file1. Okay. So you are also getting it. But again, if you do cat single greater than and file1, then everything will be overwritten.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is how you create touch, means like creates files and also like create directories like mkdir command, which has already been told to you in the last sessions. Now there are two important things that I would like to bring you, but right now I cannot tell that because I have not covered your VIM editor. So tomorrow quickly we will cover up everything. If Vishnu, you can give me a thumbs up that you have covered, then I'll cover that. If not, I will again close up from file system hierarchy beginning till to the end of file system hierarchy. There are two important commands called as Grep Command for searching, and another one important command is called as your tail and head command. Okay. So using head and tail command, how do you check the logs? Okay, these are regular commands that you will be using it on a daily basis when you will be working on Linux machines, irrespective of DevOps or as a Linux admin or as an AWS admin. Okay, so we will go through all these things in detail. So what we can do is let me check the meeting details, and if you are not hearing anything from me again with these details, then probably what you can do, you can connect with the same meeting ID, what I have sent it to you right now.
This one, not the old one?
No, this one, which I sent it to you right now.
This one. Okay, sure. Yeah.
But in case of any other difficulties, just send me one email, and then I will check it out. Both you and Vinay, you guys copy yourself.
It's your email, right?
Don't send me on the same email. Don't send me reply on the same email. Create a new email and just send it. Okay. If you are unable to join.
Okay. I mean, it's your mail address, right?
Yes, the mail address.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
All right. So I will stop it here, and then tomorrow I will get you some documents for Linux, and I want to hear from you, Vishnu, by afternoon 2 o'clock, if you have covered it or if you are free.
Oh no. By afternoon 2 o'clock, I can't do it because my work is on first off. So I'll be home after 2 o'clock.
Okay. So when can you let me know?
So probably I'll be starting the sessions at 4 o'clock again.
Okay, no problem. So tomorrow I would not be available for you between the daytime also, because I have a couple of interviews tomorrow. So what you can do is you prepare yourself and come back and let me know in the evening when we'll connect by 8 p.m.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then we will take it from there. If you are not 100% understood whatever after going through the videos, then I will repeat the session, and then we will jump into VM editor.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
And yeah, Vinay, if you're sending any mail, CC me also in the same mail ID.
Yeah, I was telling you both the same thing, so that you guys will be in touch.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Okay. And Prasad, just wanted to ask you, so what is this thing called as? This one?
This one in the sense?
The black screen where we are giving
This is a Linux virtual machine. Okay.
Linux
so as you are learning your AWS and DevOps, right? This is a prerequisite before we jump into that. Now, why did you learn the launching of the virtual machine? Because without the virtual machine, I cannot teach you Linux.
Yep.
Okay. So Linux is all about commands with lots of scenarios. Your file system hierarchy is the first one. Then you will have your VM editor. Then you will have your users group creation. Then you will have your permissions. Then you will have your package management, yum and RPM, then your processes, and many other things. Okay. So this might take more than another 1 or 1.5 week times. Okay. Based on that, after completion of that, we will jump into our AWS. But again, my sincere request to both of you, please do practice as much as you can.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Because that is the key to your success.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Your interviews and all, everything will be taken care. But how about your work? When you go to work, this is your daily task.
Yeah.
Do not be under the impression that whatever you are learning here, you will do something different in production. No, absolutely no. Whatever you are learning here, the commands will remain same in your production environment. Mind it. Nothing is going to change. Everything will same. It's to same. Nothing is going to change.
You're just teaching as a copy, like thing. This will be
exactly. The best part is when we'll have your VM editor session, right? Then you have another guy with you called Sai Reddy. You can check with him. He's currently on job. Okay. You can check with him how valuable and how helpful these sessions are.
Yeah.
He can tell you better than me because he's currently on job through Masons. Okay.
The other guy which
yes, he has some work today, so he didn't join. Tomorrow he will join. Okay.
Sir, just one more question. Like, so it's on from Tuesday. Like you're taking 1.5 hours, or like it's still 1 hour? You said like
No,
you
I was
started from
thinking of
Tuesday.
1.5 hour, but one guy is also going to join from India. So it will be too early if I start at 7 o'clock. We will continue to have it at 8 o'clock only.
Okay,
So
it's
actually,
still-
one of
it's still
my
1
friend
hour.
is also inquiring about AWS and DevOps codes. I don't know if he'll join,
Okay.
but he was asking me today.
All right. You tell him the details. How is your experience? Okay. And then if at all he wants a demo session, you can connect with like Pawan, you know, right?
Avinash.
Pawan or
Yeah, I know
Avinash, any one of them.
Pawan.
Avinash
Yeah,
is the right person. You redirect it through Avinash, no problem.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. If anything is required, he can join with me. He can join our session tomorrow directly. And after the session, you can stay back because you are his friend. And if at all
Yeah,
he
yeah.
has any queries, he can clarify with me.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
And Prasad, I just want to ask you, so all these commands will not work for a user thing, right? We are a root user, so we are able
Everywhere
to
it
use
will work. You just type history over there. Type history. Anywhere you will type, it will work. Enter. These are the commands that you have typed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, if you just highlight all of them from number 1 to number 20, when you highlight, that means it is copied. Now, open a notepad. Open a notepad.
Oh, sorry.
Simply right click and paste. Okay.
Yeah.
Now copy one line here. Copy one line here. Just say host name. The first one, just copy the first name, host name.
Okay.
Copy that. Control C.
Yeah, I copy.
Go to the terminal. Just right click. Just right click. You see?
Okay.
It is already pasted.
Yes.
Okay. This is how Linux works.
And I want to change it to root to user once again. So what is the process?
Exit. Simply type exit.
Oh, okay.
You see, you are already into EC2-user. If you type again exit, you will be out of the system.
Oh, okay. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me stop here. We will connect again tomorrow, 8 p.m. And Vishnu, you will let me know what is your status. Based on that, we will go ahead and pursue the further things. Because you are not getting this, because you have created the file as a root user. That's the reason you are not able to find it.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's connect tomorrow then. Thank you, guys.
Okay,
Sure.
Prasad. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, Vinay.
Bye. See you.